it's Monday morning and I'm here at Loose, and we are going to be doing a section on miniskirts because, of course, the wonderful Mary Quant died last week. So it's reminded those of us who are old enough to be... and I've just bumped into... I'm doing a little backstage for my podcast, and I've just bumped into the lovely Debbie McGee, who I haven't seen for 100 years.
No, 100 years.
How are you?
All right,
yeah,
fantastic.
So do you. It's nice, isn't it? The only trouble is, you know when you get a nice suit that fits you, but I've got this doubled over like 33 times because they make it for like somebody who's 9'6".
Yeah.
But apart from that,
all the time being 5'2". Oh, great to see you.
Yeah, it's lovely to see you. You're doing well.
Yes.
Your show sounds good. When's it on? Debbie's got a show called...
Oh, the one you're at today,
yeah.
B&B by the Sea.
B&B by the Sea.
The series is on now on BBC One at 6:30 in the evenings. So I don't know when mine is going out. I should have found that out before I came in.
And what do you do in yours?
Oh, just go and have a little holiday in Northern Ireland. It was fantastic.
And you did some glass blowing or something,
yes.
I heard.
Yeah, glass blowing, learning how to smoke fillets of salmon.
Oh my God.
Lots of history, a lovely tour with this gorgeous
amazing
leprechaun.
So look out for B&B, the lovely Debbie McGee, and there's Kay Adams just joined. So I'm just walking along now to Daisy to... I'm doing my little backstage for my podcast day, so I'm back in wardrobe again, and I'm just checking on this, Daisy. So I've got it triple turned over, and it's still long.
It is,
but
I think you'll get away.
To be honest, we walk on. You know, they make us do the walk on instead of just sitting at the desk. We walk in and go like this.
Exactly.
And then
you're walking on today.
Oh, no,
you're not. Yeah, so you won't even see.
Oh, I probably could underdress the blooming skirt.
True. Could do.
No, I think psychologically I'll feel better in this. So and it takes 2 seconds to get off. I've got the tights on. I've underdressed the tights. Those are nice blue shoes. Whose are those?
They're for Katie.
Oh, Katie Piper.
Yeah.
They're nice. She's not in today, no. No, they're nice. Lovely.
Colourful wardrobe.
Isn't it? A potpourri of colour. So
perfect. That looks great.
So yeah, thank you, darling. And that's the jumper for
the change.
For the change, yeah. So it's all go. So I'll take my phone up to the show. Bye. Backstage, and I've got the lovely. I do, but I do it in a very organic way. So I didn't want to be tied to a studio, so I do it on my phone.
Okay.
So I've got the lovely Gloria Hunniford here today.
And Gloria Hunniford has got a sweet in her mouth.
She's got a sucker, as my mum-in-law always goes. Oh, do you know, have you got a sucker?
This is a sucker.
That's a sucker.
You and I are suckers sometimes.
We are bloody suckers. What are you? Are you wearing? Have you got a mini on now?
No, this is going to come right up to.
Oh, you're going to turn it up like we used to at
it's
school.
Quite thin.
Yeah.
So we've pinned it up before, and so that's it.
I want to do a little selfie of us because the one thing that Gloria and I do is we like colour, don't we?
We do.
We do.
The older I get, the more colour I like.
The same as me. Well, you know when we had Prue Leith on?
Yes.
She's a massive colour person, and it looks. It looks. You what?
She copies.
Of course she does. They all copy us.
Of course they do.
Of course they did. Anyway, I'm going to take a little.
She's lovely.
I'm going to cut off now, and I'm going to take a picture of me and Glow.
Okay.
I'm doing a little bit for my podcast. What did you say? Say what you just said to me.
Said we were hoping it was going to be you today.
You see, and I didn't pay them anything to say that. There you go.
One of our
Oh, it's nice to have. Really? Oh, you've got very, very good taste.
Who else have we got today then?
Today we've got Kay. We've got Kay anchoring, and we've got the lovely, smiley, happy Janet Street Porter.
Yes, yeah, come on.
And we've got gorgeous Gloria Hunniford.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so you've got a combined age of about 710 on today. Enjoy.
We're going to tell some dirty
See you
jokes.
later. You what?
We're going to tell some naughty jokes.
Oh my God, of course. My dirty jokes now go ahead of me everywhere I go. Right, I'll see you later.
Later.
So here we are on set, our regular comedian warm-up. Lee is sunning himself on holiday, so we've got Gavin. And today is me, did I say who it was? Me, Kay, Janet and Glow. So yeah, we're all excited, aren't we, Janet, for the show? Janet is excited inside. She just doesn't manifest it very much in her face, but she is. Shut up, you witch! But we did up our Instagram followers, didn't we?
To 9,000.
You're not.
Yeah, because I've got the Pet Shop Boys. I sneak.
No. It's down to me. Never mind your Pet Shop Boys. Now she's trying to throw the credit onto Neil from Pet Shop Boys.
Because on Saturday I found out that PSB stands for Purple Sprouting Broccoli.
PSB?
Yeah, did you know that? Not Pet Shop Boys. When you go in the market or go in a restaurant, there's talk of PSB.
And it's Purple Sprouting Broccoli. Dickie's making us go. So I'm back at the flat, and I was going to go to the gym, but I'm really, really, really tired. And it's either the gym or a nana nap. And the nana nap is winning. And then tonight I'm going to present an award at the Women in Comedy Print Awards at Groucho Club. And I think I need a nana nap. So I'm going to do that now. And I might try and go to the gym as well. But at the moment, the nana nap is winning. So I'm in the car on the way to the Women in comedy, what is it, Harrison? The Comedy Women in Print Awards. I'm with my godson Harrison because he's working on Loose this week. He's working as a runner on Loose this week because Harrison's deciding whether he wants to be in front or behind of the camera. So Harrison, my godson, he's looking at me as if, oh my God. So Harrison is the son of my best friend Rose, and when we were both 84, we both had children. So we both had kids when we were 40. Well, Mum was 42 and I was 43. Yeah. So the kids, so Harrison and Louis are 5 months apart. Anyway, Harrison, what course did you do at uni?
Theatre and performance.
Theatre and performance at Leeds Uni. Came out with a great.
A first, yeah.
A first, you got a first. And now is just at that stage of thinking, do I want to be an actor, which you think you probably do, but also get an experience in all the different departments. How was today?
It was a good start. I met some lovely people. They were all really kind, and they were all sort of very empathetic to someone who doesn't have experience. They were trying to connect me with some of the people that they know, and it was a good start to the week.
And we were just saying how a lot of people don't realise how much competition there is for, say, like a runner's job, isn't there?
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, some of the things that I've done, I've had, a year waiting list just for some work experience.
Just for work experience, so that's unpaid work experience. It's a hard industry to get into, but it does give you an insight to different aspects of this whole industry, doesn't it?
Yeah, and the process of, if you do want to work up, that you got to start somewhere, and that's often the bottom that you have to start.
But I think that the more experience you can have in different departments in this whole industry really, really, really helps you. Do you know what I mean? Even if, say, for example, you became a director, you'd understand what it's like from the bottom up rather than coming in at that sort of level.
And also, as you said, I might want to be an actor, but it would be stupid to close any doors this early on in a career.
Well, also these days, Harrison, you've got to diversify. I'm an actress, but I always do. I'm TV presenter and panelist and. Produced a short film. You might be an actor, but you still might also direct or produce something. I mean, I was watching last night. Succession.
Okay.
I hadn't seen this series. I stopped watching last series because it got too difficult for me to understand. So I realised I'd watched a whole episode and enjoyed it, but didn't have a clue what was going on. But anyway, I was watching it last night, and I saw that one of the producers was Will Ferrell. Yeah, and I suppose because he's such an amazing comedy actor, I just was surprised to see his name on that. But that's where people are sort of putting their money, I suppose. So anyway, I'm off to present an award tonight. Helen Lederer. I don't know if I said this earlier. I repeat myself all the time. Forgive me. Helen Lederer, actor, comedian, brilliant, started these awards 4 years ago because she didn't feel that there was enough attention and kudos given to some of the fantastic women who write comedy. That's comedy plays, comedy scripts, comedy novels. So I'm presenting a runner-up of an unpublished novel, and she gets a mentorship to turn the book into a screenplay. So it's a small informal awards, but we're looking forward to it. And Harrison is my walker for this evening. So I'll keep you posted. So you're not supposed to use your phones up, so you can use it to look at. I'm at the Groucho Club with Harrison, just explaining to him how back in the day, on more than one occasion, I woke up here covered in a towel and someone's coat at God knows what time o'clock in the morning. And the guy here playing the piano, I would reckon that he's been here for about 20 years. If horse had ears, Harrison, you would not believe what this club could tell you. It's just full of stories and bad behaviour and amazing characters. And it's kind of part of my Soho story, even though I'm glad that part of my life is over. But I was just saying to Harrison how you come here at 6 o'clock early doors, but then about 9 o'clock the energy changes and you get this kind of intoxicating nighttime energy, which I used to love, but now that's when I make my departure. But anyway, we're going upstairs to the awards now.
Friday the 28th.
I'm just with my friend Dawn Butler MP at the Women in Comedy Print Awards, are we?
Yes.
And we're just trying to find out when we're going to the Diva Awards. Dawn and I have a great mutual friend, head lesbian of the world, Linda Riley. So she's always connecting us. So it's the 28th.
28th.
Oh, well, that's fine, because I'm back from... Am I back? Yes, I'm back from Sussex. We're going to a windmill in Sussex for 4 days. The 28th. Oh, well, I'll see you then. I'll see you then. Are you doing an award?
Yeah.
Just suddenly thought, when they go, and now welcome to the witty Denise Welch, I think, oh my God, that's like when someone asks you to do a birthday card and you can't think of anything funny.
They're going to expect a joke.
You just lose your
jokes have been quite funny.
Oh my.
Very rude. Very funny.
I'll have to do a couple of rude jokes. It will have no connection to this event whatsoever, but I'll have to do them anyway.
You'll make it.
All right then, love you. See you later. So I'm here with Sadia Asma. Yay! And Sadia has written a book called Sex Bomb, and it's the life. I'm trying to read these from my distance classes. The life and loves of an Asian babe, and let me tell you, she is an Asian babe if ever you've seen one. So it's absolutely chock-a-block here. But I've seen my friend MP Dawn Butler. I've seen the lovely Paula Wilcox and Misty Helen Lederer. We've got the entertainment on now, and then it's time for the awards. So, do you know? So you're nominated.
No, I'm just a comedian basically. So I was invited and I did a chapter in the GWIP book. So I'm
You're a comedian.
Yeah.
So I can come and see you.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of Denise.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. We love hearing your comments. So if you listen to this podcast, I'd love it if you could leave a little review at the end of it, because it really does help us get it out and push it forward. I'm loving doing it. And from the responses, you're enjoying listening to it. So if you can, leave a little review. I'd be really grateful. Thank you. Just woken up on the city. It's 29 minutes past 12. I was watching episode 1,000 million trillion of Married at First Sight Australia. And the next thing I knew, I've woken up at 12:30. But rather than just get straight up and go to bed, I then have to sit and do Wordle, which I got in 4. And now I'm going to bed. And I'm doing the show tomorrow, which I wasn't going to be, but I am now. And so I'll catch you at work tomorrow. Who have we got on guest-wise? Oh yeah, we've got Brian McFadden and Keith Duffy tomorrow. So I'll try and get a little chat with them. Okay, bye guys. So I'm doing a little bits and bobs for me podcast. Okay. So I'm. What day is it, Paul?
I don't know because I got back from Tenerife this morning, so I don't even know what.
Oh, you got back this morning, Tuesday.
Okay.
It's Tuesday, and Pauline Briscoe, my lovely makeup artist, which is not mine personally. I'd like her to be mine personally.
I'd love to be Denise's.
But she's a makeup artist to the stars and me.
But you are a star.
And so I'm in makeup. We've just had a meeting which turned into a heated debate, and we're announcing our Loose Women tour. So we're all going on tour in September, and this has been talked about for, I would say, 20 years, Pauline.
Really?
Yeah, 20 years. From day one, we've been talking about it, and well, not from day one, but whatever. And so we're all excited about it. Not all of us are doing it, but a good portion of us are doing it, and we're going to have a right laugh. So Pauline now has the.
Where are you touring? Where are you going to be?
I don't know. I can't remember, but all I do know is that I'm doing Newcastle.
Okay.
Which is great for me.
Liverpool?
I'm doing, I don't know if I'm doing Liverpool, I'm doing Manchester.
Oh, nice.
And I'm doing Sheffield, and I'm doing the Palladium.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, we're doing the Palladium. Wow. And I haven't been there since 2017. I did Wind in the Willows there. I gave my Mrs. Otter. And at the London Palladium, so that'll be quite lovely to go back there. It'll be quite nerve-wracking because people go, well, you're just doing what you do on the telly, but as we know, playing to possibly 2,000 people live is
staring at you.
Very different, but it'll be nice to get back on stage again. So
that'd be nice.
So yeah, Tiff, do you need me? I like that dress.
Yeah.
Tiff, our digital producer, as we call her, as you remember me talking about her. Yeah.
Say hello.
Hi.
Yeah, she was on here the other day.
Yeah, when you're ready, I'd just like to get you a teaser for Social about Tour. Just teasing.
Oh.
Just teasing it. We got an announcement coming up in the show today, so tune in.
Oh, so not say it.
No,
just
tease.
Just tease that there will be an announcement.
Yeah.
Coming up. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Right, you are then. Do you know, I have. I went for another eye test the other day.
Oh yeah, what they said.
The prescription's the same as December when I went, but I know that there is a deterioration, and apparently it's because I was wearing my distance glasses more for driving and for television. Your eyes get used to what you should be seeing, and therefore, because now when I sit back in my chair like this, I can see everything.
Yeah.
But it's blurry.
So you need what I've just bought, varifocals.
Well, I've got distance glasses and I've got reading glasses, right? And I'm sick of doing this.
Yeah.
I'm going for an appointment on the 29th, and I'm seeing about having lens replacement because although I like wearing glasses, I have no problem how I look in glasses. I quite think they're funky and I quite like them.
Yeah.
But there's going to be, and it's fine wearing them on Loose Women, but there's going to be some parts and some things. I'm going to go back to the theatre obviously in September. I'm going to go back to do a play in January next year.
Yeah.
And I won't always be able to have my glasses. And so they said that at my age, lens replacement will be better than laser.
Because laser won't much.
And if I have lens replacement,
last forever,
then I won't have to ever get cataracts.
Oh, brilliant!
Do you have? Are they readers, or do you have to have them on all the time?
Yeah, all the time. I'm blind.
If you take them off, what do I look like?
Fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm short-sighted.
So you've got distance, and then you look down for they're far too. God, bloody hell!
I told you I'm blind.
Bloody. Oh my God! I'm surprised you can see me sitting in the chair. So those are hilarious.
So basically, you need to turn. You can't turn. So you don't turn your eyes to the side. You have to turn your head to the side to get that part of the vision.
The peripheral vision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lower, obviously, you look down. that's regular distance. Up, there's another bit there as well.
You see, because
there's a lot of thing in there.
I was gonna have those, but then this is in just January, December, but then they said to me, it might make you dizzy, and because you get this bloody vertigo.
Oh, do I? Do you get
vertigo, I've just been to a specialist, I've had an MRI scan.
It doesn't work, so they can't fix you.
No, I know it's unfixable.
Yeah.
But he wants to find out, the ENT specialist, he wants to find out, God, my listeners of this podcast will turn off now because they go, if we hear the word vertigo one more time, oh my God, they're living the pain with me, yeah. And no, the ENT specialist, obviously I've had to have an MRI, which is to just rule out anything more serious, which he has 99% sure that it isn't, but you just have to clear. But he doesn't know if my vertigo, he knows it's benign postural vertigo, but he doesn't know if it is caused by the calcium in our ear or if mine is caused by something wrong with my shoulders, because deep tissue massage can trigger my vertigo really badly. And it's what happened 6 weeks ago, which has made mine pretty awful. I'm going to turn this off because you guys are honestly so sick of it.
I'm sure they're not, because I was going to tell you about my position.
Oh, hang on a minute.
I've got another vertigo. So this is called positional vertigo.
Yeah, that's what mine is. Benign positional, is it? Right.
So they said basically it's an inner ear problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. So your equilibrium's off balance.
It gets caught in the hair cells a little bit.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
And when it triggers is when I turn to my left side, like if I'm lying down.
Yes.
So always at night for some reason.
Yes. So it's mine. Mine's when I turn to my right side.
So, okay. And then do you hear whooshing in your ear? So you know it's on.
Yes.
Something's happening.
Yes.
Okay. So I had a really bad episode where the room started to spin. I don't know if you ever had that. It's the worst thing in the world.
It's when, the spinning is off the charts.
Yes, like that.
Oh, it's horrendous.
And you feel like
you're grabbing onto something.
But you want to vomit after a while because of the nausea you get in your tummy.
I've never talked to anybody who has it exactly like that.
Thing in the world. You feel like
have you had it a long time?
Only for 2 years. Well, a year and a half, 2 years.
Right, because you know that there is a very, very well. They're thinking now. I've had vertigo for 15 years, in as much as I would have. My sister has it. I would have maybe 2 episodes a year, 3 or 4 days of massive spinning. Once I literally was clinging on the carpet. I thought it was so bad. But I lived with it because it was twice a year.
Okay.
And that's how it's always been. It's had a pattern for all that time. 2 years ago, mine changed. And although this ENT specialist did not want to really, he was one of those very, don't tell me much. I liked him, but he was very forthright, you know. I don't want to hear what you've read on the internet, blah, blah, blah. He was all of that, and I understand it. But they are discovering a link with COVID, possibly.
Oh.
And if yours only started a couple of years ago,
God, I hope it's not that. But it started on a flight.
Yeah, that's when it triggers it.
Well.
That's why I've cancelled going to LA on the 22nd.
Yeah. So, when you got your first episode, where were you? Did it happen at night?
Right. The first episode I got 15 years ago, I have no idea. I can't remember. It was about 15, 16 years ago. I've said 15 years for a long time, so it's probably even longer. But subsequently, I've either had no trigger, as in I've just gone to bed, I've turned over in the middle of the night onto my right side, and the room has been absolutely spinning, and then get up to go to the toilet, spinning, and then this time, remember when I went to see Matty do Saturday Night Live? It was probably about 6 weeks ago.
I remember.
And we got off the plane in New York, and I was desperate for a deep tissue massage. And when I say deep tissue, 6 strong men would have to stand on my shoulders for it to be deep enough for me.
Right, okay.
So I knew this place I'd found with Kate Thornton. We walked there. I had a deep tissue massage. I was saying to her, get right in with your elbows.
Oh my God, you love it. Okay.
And the next morning, I woke up and I had the worst vertigo for years.
Oh my God.
And since then, since I've come back, it's been off the scale bad. I've got new tablets, so I've got the Circ tablets, and this is my 6th day. This morning, I'm aware of just a little bit off kilter, but nothing like I've been having.
Have they not told you to do exercises?
Yes, the airplane manoeuvre.
To bring it on.
It doesn't really work for me, the airplane manoeuvre.
Yeah.
Now, it really does for my sister, Debbie. It really does, but it really doesn't for me.
Okay, so I haven't done it because I'm scared, because I don't
You don't want to bring it on.
In the world.
It's absolutely it. And to be honest, last Saturday, I had it. I'd driven up on the Friday to my sister's. I was fine on the Friday, and on the Saturday it was there again, and I had to leave a little local fete we were at and everything. And I got back to my sister's, and I was crying because I thought, I can't
do this anymore.
I can't do this anymore. And I can't go to bed thinking I'm going to be okay the next day, and then it's bad the next day. How long do your episodes last usually?
About 3 days.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't come back for 3 months.
Well, yours could be labyrinthitis as well.
No, they check that.
Oh, they check. Mine's not either.
I went to the hospital and everything. I've had all the checks. I've had the ENT, did everything.
Are you on medication for it?
No, they've just given me antihistamines.
Right.
Which is not enough, but it hasn't, touch wood, it hasn't come back for the last couple of months. But mine come back very bad.
It's funny that it was 2 years ago, though.
I know.
Because since I did a podcast on it, well, to be honest, it's been so much part of my life that unfortunately for my listeners, vertigo is playing a regular part in it. But I have had quite a lot of emails from people saying, oh my God, I've had vertigo for the last 2 years. And it's the last 2 years people are talking about.
Okay, let's not go into the vaccine thing.
Well, it could be the vaccine as well. Let me tell you this. So another one of our ladies here, their daughter has a thing called POTS. And it's called positional something. And she went to the specialist, and so what it is there's an increased heart rate, and she's only eaten 20 and spinning. And the specialist said to her, there is an increase in young people of this age group with what you're having, and we are not sure if it's COVID or the vaccine. So
I think mine happened just before the vaccine, though, to be truthful.
Yeah.
And mine happened because I went to Italy on holiday, got family out there, went to bed that night, sleeping. It woke me up out of my sleep. And I was thinking...
It's frightening.
Well, it wasn't as bad as I'll tell you about the other time. So it woke me out of my sleep, and I wanted to go to the toilet anyway. So I was walking down the corridor to my husband's sister's house. But because I can't see anyway without my glasses, everything was fuzzy, and that's the worst thing ever when it's fuzzy and the room's spinning a little bit.
God.
So I thought I was dreaming. So I went to the toilet, felt a bit weird, it wasn't too bad. Woke up in the morning, I was thinking, still a bit weird, what's going on? So the whole week I was in Italy, I had a feeling where I can't walk in a straight line, but not uncomfortable enough to think anything of it. The worst episode was when I was working on Love Island. So I did my first show on Love Island. I was doing the...
Did you work on Love series?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
But you were here as well.
Yeah, I didn't go to South Africa. I just did all the interviews and the photo shoots they do in London.
Right.
Which they get home in studios. So that was the worst time, because it was the day I was supposed to do Love Island, the first show. The first photo shoot and interview session, and then I just had this whooshing in my ear. I woke up. Now imagine you can't see, as you know how it is, because you wear glasses, and the room's spinning.
Oh yeah, it's frightening.
Anyway, so I was thinking, what the hell's going on with me?
And you literally have to cling onto door frames. You fall sideways.
I managed to crawl out of the bed. I tried to shout to my husband, who was downstairs. He was making a cup of tea in the middle of the night. I don't know what he's doing. I couldn't shout. I wanted to shout, like Titanic, when Kate Catherine, what's her name, was going, help!
Kate Winslet.
Yeah. I was going, and I was like, can't you shout?
Yeah.
But she couldn't, she was frozen. That was me with the vertigo. So I found the door in the end, because the door kept moving, to go to the bathroom. But because I was so ill, I started wrenching. Now nothing came out because I just obviously didn't eat much that night. Because
you got sick.
Yeah, because it felt like you went on a merry-go-round.
Yeah, no.
Or the waltzer. Do you remember the waltzer?
And the waltzer, and I've described it to people as when you're drunk, and the room's spinning, but it's just that you haven't had a drink.
I haven't had a drink, and then because you just get really nauseous because obviously the constant spinning. I thought I was going to die. I didn't want to, because we didn't know what it was. I said to my husband, don't call an ambulance because I'm too scared to get in a car or any vehicle because the room's spinning, so it's going to make it worse.
Yeah.
I thought I was just it. I'm gonna die. This is something weird. You know, it feels like, you remember the cartoons where you see like the characters and their eyeballs pop out their heads?
Yeah, and spin around.
It reminded me of that. It took about 20 minutes to subside.
Yeah.
And then
God, that's just so like mine.
I sat up in the night, had 4 pillows because I thought I'm not lying down. I was too scared now, so I just.
I lie propped up, and I lie in the morning for half an hour, sometimes terrified because I don't know when I move if I'm going to have it or not.
I thought it was just me.
No. Oh my God, the vertigo twins. But it's quite nice though, Pauline, because
I didn't know you had this though.
No, really, really, really horribly.
I didn't know you had this.
We're gonna give you what you want as long as we're around. It's a group thing.
And that was Brenda Edwards leaving her dressing room to go to work. Just a normal Tuesday, backstage at Loose Women. And she normally does the corridor song, which sometimes we get asked to be a little part of, but today I wasn't chosen. Oh, here we go. And Brenda is soon to be seen on stage in We Will Rock You. Bren, it's on my podcast. It's We Will Rock You, isn't it, that you're doing?
2nd of June to the 27th of August.
22nd of June to the 27th of August. 2nd of June to the 27th of August. And that is on tour, Brenda Edwards, who is phenomenal. And that's Rock of Ages. Right, they're calling me to go upstairs. And now, I've got another ailment, you'll be glad to know. I've started sneezing. You know when you do that sneezing thing and you think, please let it just be a dust mite that's flown up my nose. Please let it not be a cold. I'm too busy for it to be a cold. So I'm doing mind over matter. It's not a cold. Maybe it's a bit of hay fever, but it's not a cold. Okay, you heard it here. Okay, bye. So it's Tuesday's Loose Women, and we've got Gavin again warming up. We're all practicing and rehearsing for the big tour announcement. I think a lot of people think that something that hasn't been done in 23 years, we might be announcing Loose Women naked, but the audience would have left. So
very nice toilets here at TV, by the way. Very nice.
So
there are lots. We're going to do that.
I'm doing a little bit for my podcast, so tell me where you've come from today.
South Shields.
South Shields! Do you know, every time I come to this back room, there's a bloody Geordie up there somewhere. What, you've come all the way down for this?
Yes.
She says surprise.
Well, we went to see Valentine last night.
Oh, my friend's the producer of that. We can't get me a bloody ticket. Apparently she's fantastic.
The sound was bad though.
Oh, the sound was bad.
Go without it.
Oh, now that's interesting. I'm going to pass that on to us. In what way was the sound bad?
And I couldn't pick it up anymore.
Do you wear a hearing aid? But you struggled. Where was the sound?
The front row of the upper circle.
Oh, interesting. I'll pass that on to my friend then.
They gave her this awful thing with a mobile phone, headphones and a battery.
In sight of everybody, and I just put it on the phone. Then I did try and use it and it didn't work anyhow.
These are interesting things, you know, because theatre producers sometimes aren't aware of these issues, so it's really quite good that you said that, but generally you enjoyed it.
It was
I loved it. She's fabulous in it.
Fabulous.
Well, you're very lucky that you've got me today, ladies.
Well, we got the tickets and we had to change my train back, so my train's back at 3 today. We're supposed to be 12, so then
see you just
wow.
So I quoted when we nearly didn't get it.
And you've got our announcement today as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we hope the boys mention that they're playing in the Bents Park at South Shields in the summer festival.
Is that where they're playing?
Yes.
Oh, well, I might say that.
Is
that their northeastern one?
No, it's just a free festival that South Tyneside Council put on.
Oh, okay.
It's 4 Sundays in July, and they're playing the last show.
Fantastic.
And we're
well,
going Sunday for Sammy's.
Yeah, so Sunday for Sammy is a biannual concert that we did for years in memory of our friend Ronnie Stroke Sammy Johnson, and it was started by Tim and Jimmy Nail many years ago, and myself, Kevin Waitley, Robson Green, Anton Deck, all of the Geordie Mafia, as it were, have all taken part over the years. And we raise money for people who are struggling to get on the ladder of this industry, from something as big as wanting a whole lighting deck or to just wanting strings for the guitar. But we're reconsidering it now because some people have got older and are finding it more hard to commit to things. So we're restructuring it, and it will be back in some form.
Wow,
fantastic. So no, I love Sunday for Samuel.
It's a real deal.
Every time we do it, we think, how can it be 2 years? How can it be 2 years? And you never know because you only rehearse on the Saturday, so you never know what it's going to be. You know.
Well, it's always great.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to come and see. Don't say anything, but this won't go out till after. We're doing a tour. We're doing a live theatre tour. That's what we're going to announce.
The team are waiting for you. I'm so sorry, ladies. Thank you very much indeed.
Don't say that I said.
Okay.
Bye. So I've just finished the show and I am on my way to meet Susannah Constantine. Do you remember? Well, you don't remember. I mean, if not so long ago, Trini and Susannah, and Trini and Susannah. I've never met her before, but I'm doing her podcast. So I've got the lovely Susannah Constantine. Remember Trini and Susannah? She has an amazing podcast all about wardrobes and what's in your wardrobes and other things. And they've come to my flat, her and her producer George, and they're currently interviewing a band called Duo that George manages, who he found busking several years ago, fell in love with them, and now they're absolutely making huge waves in the music business. So I will keep you posted on that one. Well, I do my little snippets for my Juicy Crack podcast just on my phone here. And you love my Juicy Crack, don't you, Susannah? You love it. So I'm here with the gorgeous Susannah Constantine and her producer George, but he's also managing a fantastic band called Duo, who he found busking. Is that right? How many years ago?
Yeah, about 5 years ago.
About 5 years ago, fell in love with them, started to manage them, and now they're hitting the heights. Brilliant. The house set that was all Matty's creation, and he worked with Patricia Varillo, who is his stylist, and they devised the whole thing because it's the fact that it's. I've tried to describe it to people who didn't see it, that it's like performance art, that first piece. It's very French, and the whole thing and it's all about Matthew's fear of addiction and fear of being left and being, people moving away out of his life and everything. And then, of course, the second half is all bangers. They're exhausted at the minute, though, because they're on the world tour. And I just think of my jet lag, because I get terrible jet lag, and the fact that they're in Australia, then they're there, then they go to the Philippines, then they go to Tokyo, and then they go, it's exhausting. Just that jet lag and everything is a nightmare, but
everything else that goes with
yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
No, it's like, because Elton is a really good friend of mine.
Yes.
And and when my book came out last year, and we were, we speak pretty much every day, and I'd done a book event, speaking, and I was just, he called me up afterwards, how did it go? And I said, it's great, but I'm exhausted. I don't know how you...
Because how old is Elton now?
76.
He's 76.
To go on stage for 2.5 hours...
The energy it requires. And the thing about it, I think and I'm not going, poor Matty, of course, he's a big rock star, it's wonderful, but because he's the lead singer and the writer, when he gets to a new country or a new this, he's got all the press interviews, and then the sound check and then the show, and
relentless.
I mean, I had a thing which I've called GLS, which is guest list stress, in January, because honestly, people think that guest list means access all areas, and being a big friend of Elton and many more people, it doesn't mean that. No. And a lot of people, you realise, just want the selfie. That's what
100%. That too.
I know. Well, you'll obviously get it. But Elton did a lovely thing last night. For our colleague. Apparently, Kate Garraway, who does GMTV. Derek is the most poorly COVID sufferer in the world. Apparently, still living. Yeah, and he knows that Kate's a big fan, and that they were there. And he spotted them last night and dedicated a song to them. She'd taken Derek to see it, so that was really lovely. Yeah, I'd love to. I've never met Elton John. I did actually go to his wedding by default because my ex-husband Tim, the boy's dad, Tim Healy, was in Billy Elliot, which of course he wrote with Lee Hall.
Outside at their house in the gallery, or
there.
Yeah, I was there. Too.
I was there. Because I know I was at the wedding, and it was like I described it as being at like a looky-likey convention, except it was the real people.
Yeah.
You know, you just looked down on the dance floor and you just saw all of these amazing, the Beckhams and the Osbournes, and then royal people and this people and and you and all sorts of things. And I was just like gobsmacked because I didn't know him, but I went as Tim's wife because the core members of the Billy Elliot cast went.
That was amazing.
That was the first day you could get.
Yes.
No, but I've heard it's brilliant.
Unbelievable. You'll have to come to me with that. I knew we'd get on. When it comes to the West End, we'll go together.
It's coming in a musical.
Yeah, no, they did a musical. It was at the Almeida.
Briefly, but it's coming back, isn't it? It's your friend.
It's Elton and Jake Shears wrote the music.
Elton and Jake Shears.
Yeah, lyrics. It's fucking phenomenal.
Oh my God, we're so best friends. Well, that was part 1 of A Week in My Life. And if you enjoyed it, tune into part 2, which is coming soon. So guys, if there's anything that you've ever heard me talking about that you'd like to hear more of, or indeed anything you can suggest that me, DK and Lincoln can bring to the table, contact me on denisewelshpod@gmail.com. And indeed, if you've got any questions, ask away. We'd love to hear from you.